Well, greetings everybody, and welcome to our next breath practice. So today we're going to do kind of a medium intensity practice that deals with finding inner stillness, inner calm, and that clarity of mind that exists deep within the body. We have been discussing the Hecate lectures and finalizing our time together. And of course, a big part of that is learning to deal with something that we call the void. When we've been doing something, whether it's studying in a program like this or going on a vacation or really pushing ourselves mentally with focusing and energy, when something finishes, we often end up in something we call the void. This place of emptiness, this place of non-location, of no direction. And historically, this has been a place of great peace and calm, a place of deep belonging to the fabric of existence itself. For when we are simply being, we are everything. And yet in our culture, we run away from this calm being, this sacred stillness, and get wrapped up in doing yet another thing. So we become very unfamiliar with what we call the void, and instead of having deep calm and serenity in this void, we end up having anxiety and fear inside it instead. Okay, so this practice today is about cultivating that crystalline container of sacred quiet inside you, cultivating that void and enjoying it. So we know that when we pass out of our body, we do encounter something like the void, a place of directionlessness or of non-being for a moment until our spiritual guides and allies and ancestors come and sort of help us through that tunnel, that crossing over point where everything becomes familiar again. So in a sense, this breath practice is also kind of setting up that psyche or that soul for that void space that will eventually come to all of us. The point of this exercise is to stay as relaxed as possible. I will give you cues along the way to help remind your body to rest, relax, and be. But for now, let's just settle in. Lying down, please. Starting to take our awareness inside with some deep, full breaths. When I say make yourself as relaxed as possible, you are welcome to use any bolsters or pillows for this exercise. Any essential oils. An eye pillow is a wonderful idea to keep the scene dark. However, I would ask that your head does not get elevated, that it remains flat. So for this exercise, we're going to do some rounds of gentle, full breaths. Gentle breaths. We're not trying to hyperventilate here. We're just simply breathing to the deepest relaxation. Which means for our very knowledgeable minds on breath now that we breathe out for longer than we breathe in to activate that parasympathetic response in the nervous system, lowering the heartbeat. If you can be in a room that's a little bit cold, that will also help your heartbeat to slow down and quiet. Followed by some time breathing deeply, getting to that ultimate point of relaxation. We're going to finalize that by a deep breath in. We're going to hold that breath in for intervals. We're going to take the breath out, and then we're going to breathe that breath right on in again and hold it again. Then we're going to breathe that breath all the way out. And with just one breath, take it in again and hold it again. So each time we hold our breath, what we're going to be doing, as you now know very well, is building up the CO2 in our blood. And traditionally this can activate a fear response at the beginning. But as that CO2 gets higher in the blood, it actually becomes a calming relaxation agent. So as we complete these rounds of breathing in and holding, with one breath in between, find that you can sink deeper and deeper into this restful void within. And the sounds of the waves and the whales and the dolphins within this track should help to really make you feel like you are sinking down into this beautifully dark void all around you. So let's begin by breathing fully deeply into all 5 chambers of breath for about 2 minutes. Let's take it into the belly. Let's bring it into the ribs, spreading the ribs wide. Into the sternum, lifting the chest up, into that throat, and even that subtle awareness into that third eye and that 5th chamber of breath. And slowly let it go, like breathing out through a straw. Again, taking those full, beautiful oceanic breaths in. And then letting it go slowly through that straw. And you can start to feel as if your body is made of butter. In the hot sun, it can just start to melt. Melting, relaxing the eyes, the jaw and tongue. All the muscles of the face can be some soft and squishy. Even the throat and behind the head can relax. Arms heavy, heart open. Feeling the belly becoming more supple, softer, more open. As we begin the breath holds, I'd like you to find that place inside that feels the most still, most calm. Let's begin our breath cycles. When you're ready, breathe in, please, all the way in. Hold and relax. Melt. Become quiet. And let it go. Inhale. Hold. Doing a full body scan as we hold and just letting all and every tension soften and melt away. Exhale. Inhale. Hold and rest in your stillness. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Maybe having some sensations of carbon dioxide, which are, those tingling feelings in your fingers and lips. Allow it to help you go deeper as you exhale. Inhale. Hold. Reminding your mental mind that with each breath in, you have plenty of oxygen. Simply an experience of carbon dioxide in the blood, which is needed to chaperone that oxygen into every cell. So you can relax and exhale. Inhale. Hold. Body scan and melt. Exhale. Inhale. Finding that sweet place inside that does not move, it does not fear, that simply is. Sweet crystalline structure of the void. And exhale, please. In. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Feel comfortable with all that air in your belly. It is a comfort. Keep relaxing your face, your jaw, your feet. Inhale. And you can start to sense that there is a light inside you. This light is pouring out of your heart, starting to make your chest glow in an iridescent light. Exhale. Inhale. And you can feel this iridescent light starting to move its way up to your head, taking away any fear, any thoughts at all. Exhale, wash it through your feet. Inhale. Hold. Feel that this light can travel inside now, starting to spiral into all of your DNA. Lighting up your DNA with an iridescent pink light, dancing and spiraling inside every single spiral. Exhale. Inhale. Sense that every spiral of your DNA is being purified, being washed, cleansed, healed. Exhale. Last hold. Inhale. Hold. As your DNA is healed, you can feel your soul, your original blueprint of who you are, starting to trickle through your cellular, emotional, and spiritual matrices. Notice the color of your soul. Feel it. And exhale. Breathing normally and simply allowing any messages or guidance to come through.